How's it going, guys? Let's be honest, sometimes in the NFL, we don't appreciate the greats while they are currently playing. While New England was on their dominant run, there was a ton of hate towards them. No one really took the time to appreciate how great they truly were. With the Chiefs reaching the top of the NFL for the second year in a row, let's take a moment and cherish their quarterback, Patrick Mahomes. In this video, I'll be covering how dominant Patrick Mahomes has been in the past 3 years and how impressive his career might be when he hangs up his cleats. So let's start the video. When the Chiefs traded up in the 2017 NFL Draft to take the kid out of Texas Tech, most people in the NFL community were wondering what the Chiefs saw in him. He joined a team that was led by Alex Smith, and is it just me, or does that feel like a distant memory? The landscape of the NFL looked completely different just 4 years ago. Anyways, 2017 goes by and the Chiefs ship Alex Smith off to Washington. Patrick Mahomes was given the keys to the franchise and lit the league on fire in 2018 and has yet to look back. The Chiefs have been on one of the most dominant runs in NFL history. Since Patrick Mahomes took over, they have scored the most points in the NFL, most total yards, most first downs, best third down conversion rate, best fourth down conversion rate, fewest amount of punts, tied with the best record, and well, I could keep pulling up random stats, but we get the point. Chiefs have been by far the best team offensively in the NFL since 2018, and Patrick Mahomes individually has been also great. He has had possibly the best start to an NFL career. If we take a look at this graph showing quarterbacks with the most passing yards versus wins since 2018, the top right is very good and the bottom left is very bad. As you can see, quarterbacks like Matt Ryan and Deshaun Watson threw for a lot, but they did not really win all that much. Then quarterbacks like Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady racked up a bunch of yards and won a lot. If we reveal where Patrick Mahomes ranks amongst these quarterbacks, he clearly separates himself, winning the most games out of any quarterback in the league and throwing for the second most yards, only behind Matt Ryan. Moving on to our next graph, showing touchdowns versus interceptions since 2018, the top left is very good and the bottom right is not so good. I find it funny how each quarterback has plotted. On the right, we have the gunslingers who aren't very safe with the ball. In the middle, we have the quarterbacks who aren't the safest, but are also not as risky as the other guys. Then on the left, we have Aaron Rodgers and Drew Brees who rarely turn the ball over. Then towards the lower middle, we have a group of players who missed a considerable amount of games. In that mess, we have Derek Carr, who has played every single game since 2018, but is somehow grouped up with the players who missed a lot of games. Finally, we have Russell Wilson, who is a great mixture of being safe with the ball, but throws for a lot of touchdowns. Now revealing where Patrick Mahomes charts, yet again, he tops everyone, throwing for the most touchdowns and only having 23 interceptions. It is safe to say that Patrick Mahomes statistically has been the best quarterback in the league for the past 3 years. Adding on top of that his playoff success, reaching the AFC Championship 3 years in a row and making 2 Super Bowl appearances, winning 1 so far and looking to get his second. I always see NFL fans speculating what their quarterbacks can accomplish, so I've decided to join in. I have taken Patrick Mahomes' average passing yards per game and have measured him up to other notable quarterbacks. Aaron Rodgers has just finished his 13th season as the Packers quarterback. In that time period, he has played 190 career games. If we take a look at the top 10 quarterbacks in passing yards after 190 games, we see that obviously Drew Brees leads the pack, with Matt Ryan closely behind. If Patrick Mahomes reaches 190 career games, he is projected to pass for 58,463 passing yards, separating himself to the next closest quarterback, Drew Brees, by more than 6,000 yards. With Drew Brees recent retiring, he impressively played 286 career games. Now let's look at the top 10 quarterbacks in passing yards after 286 career games. Drew Brees tops his own list, Brady in second, and somehow Eli Manning found his way in the top 10. With no surprise, Patrick Mahomes surpasses Eli Manning in passing yards. In fact, he passes by everyone, throwing for 88,000 yards. Now finally, Tom Brady has started 299 career games. The top 10 does not really change that much, despite the fact that Tom Brady gains a few more yards. But if our guy, Mr. Patty Mahomes, plays the same amount of games as Tom Brady, he is projected to throw for over 90,000 yards. Of course, these numbers are pure projections, but despite that fact, Patrick Mahomes is on track to be unbelievably great. All he has to do is maintain his average and he will hit these numbers. Super Bowl 55 is right around the corner, and this game will forever impact how we view the GOAT debate. No matter what happens, in the future we will constantly be referring back to what takes place next week. if Patrick Mahomes wins, there will be not much standing in his way to try and become the greatest of all time. On the other hand, if Tom Brady wins, he will be the only quarterback to hand Patrick Mahomes losses in his young career so far. And we will be able to say Patrick Mahomes was never really able to beat Tom Brady when it mattered most. Of course, the GOAT debate is a touchy topic due to a lot of factors that are involved. The game is forever changing, and how players played 20 years ago is completely different to how players play today, which makes this game even more spectacular. This Super Bowl could possibly be the greatest quarterback matchup of all time. So, I'm going to end this video with a couple questions. Will this be the greatest Super Bowl matchup of all time? Which legacy is most impacted by the Super Bowl? And do you think Patrick Mahomes will retire as the greatest of all time? Thank you guys for watching this video, and if you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe while you're down there. I post literally every single week, so do not miss out. Alright, I'll see you guys next time.